Okay, I'm going to answer a stats question from the January '05 paper involving standard deviation and using a calculator to help you. So the first thing I need to realise is I'm looking at a question which asks about standard deviation of a bunch of times. I could do this manually, but I'm going to use the stats mode by pressing mode stat and one variable. Now I'm going to put the data in. Here are the times I need to use. 10.53, press equals like a return. 10.61, 10.04. Clearly when you're in the exam, don't say these numbers out loud, you will get kicked out. 10.55, 10.47 and 10.63. Check, I've got all the numbers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers and 8 on my screen. So far so good. Clear it. I haven't lost the data, but I can use the stat button, shift 1, to get the stat menu. Now in the variables menu, number 4 is an X bar. X bar equals, the mean equals 10.49375. I would give that to 3 significant figures, having written down the full answer. But I haven't shown any working. How can I convince them I've got it right, just in case I've done something wrong, but I still want to get some method marks? If I press shift stat, I can see that I can get a sum menu. In 3, I can get the sum of the x's, and that is 83.95. And then I can show you that the x bar is 83.95 divided by 8, and that will equal what we just had. And I've shown my working and not had to do any calculations by hand. Let's do the next bit, the standard deviation. I need to know that SXX stands for the sum of the squares, is sigma x squared minus nx bar squared. You need to learn these formulas. Then I could use the standard deviation is the square root of that SXX over n minus 1. Bit at a time, let's show my working for this bit. I can use the calculator again usefully. Clear it, press shift stat. In the sum menu, number 3 is sigma x squared. There's number 1 there. And apparently that is 881.2119. The n, there's 8 of them, so I could just do that number, take away 8 times, and I can get the mean by pressing shift stat, go into the variables bit, number 4, get the mean from 2, and it's typed it in the top there. I better square it though, don't forget to do that. Finish the job, and I've got this equaling 0.2615875. I'm not going to round that yet because I'm going to use it. So the standard deviation is a square root of that answer, whatever I just wrote down, divided by 7, 1 less than n. So I better just divide that by 7 and square root the answer. And I've got an answer of 0.193 to 3 significant figures. Now I can use the calculator to check I've done it right. If I press shift stat, go into the variables, there is in fact a button for standard deviation. It says SX on my calculator. The other one, by the way, is the root mean square deviation. This one is a standard one. Press 4, SX equals 0.193. I've done it right, and I've shown all my working, no hassle.